What's up, everybody, and welcome to week 4 of fantasy football. Pretty good week, but first we want to go over some things just real quick. Once again, the last person who hasn't voted, please vote right now. I mean, this is just getting annoying. You're starting to piss people off in the league. Me, a little bit, but also people too. So, I mean, you're holding up the whole league. Stop being so selfish and vote. I mean, I know you've seen these videos, so just vote. You know what I'm talking about. We might have a suspect. Sean, kind of looking at you right now, so if it's not, prove me wrong, or just vote, okay? And then Andy, when are you going to change your team name? Are you going to? I mean, 90% of the league change their team name. Come on, you're smart enough to think of another name, okay? All right, and next, well, first, no, if you haven't got your money into Mikey K, definitely do it because he's going to start putting out penalties very soon. If not this week, then definitely next week. And I mean, I know there's some harsh words been going across this last month, but I just want you all to know that whatever I say is just joking. I mean, don't take it personally. Really, it's just your team matchups. I'm just going off jokes about what your team does. If your team doesn't do that good, I'm sorry. I really hope everybody can win every week, but it doesn't work like that. So don't really take anything personally, and I'm not just coming against you guys just because of a certain person that how I feel about somebody or compared to somebody else. So don't worry about that. Trust me, I have jokes for myself too that are going to be really bad when I lose, but I haven't lost yet. So, but don't worry, they'll be coming. So I love all of you guys, so just remember that, okay? All right, now let's get started. First matchup, me and Mikey. I mean, it's pretty much just a quarterback matchup. No other guys really did good except for Reggie Bush, who looked like a beast, and Julio Jones for Mikey. I mean, who had that amazing catch at the end, who pretty much had nothing the whole game until Jamie jinxed it. But it's okay. I mean, it was pretty much just a straight matchup. Let's see. Phillip Rivers had 39. That actually scared me, Mikey. I mean, I thought I had it, and then you came back. Jake Locker goes down after a great start, and then just gave you the chance to just come back and actually take the lead by 22. And had me worried Monday night, but thanks to Breeze and Sproles, that worries went away by the end of the first quarter. I mean, I was loving it. I tried to hold it in when you were there, but I kind of celebrated when you left. So, but that is my matchup for the week. Anyways, next matchup. Nico and Deffley. I mean, Deffley had a good effort from his running backs. It was really good. But the main thing was making that trade for Victor Cruz. That single-handedly won you the game this week. And definitely that was a pretty good trade. I mean, 38 points is very good. And Nico just, I mean, not really good effort. Jordan Cameron once again, but D-Mac with, 2, and then Deshaun Jackson with 5. It's not going to help you there. And if they had a game like they should have, you probably would have won. But maybe next time. I mean, you still got some very good things going on with your team, Nico. So I wouldn't be disappointed at 1 and 3. Next, Morset and Sear. Sear, I was really hoping you were actually going to put up a lot of points, if not win. I really was rooting for you just so I didn't have to come to this conversation again with you. But I'm sorry, man. I really don't have anything bad to say about your team. It was just not really there this week again. But Morset, I mean, Foster came back looking like his old self, and then Frank Gore looking like his old self again from like 5 years ago when he was like a first-round pick, and Nico just had to take him. But he's looking pretty good now. Very consistent. Speaking of consistent, Julian Edelman is probably your most consistent player off of waiver wires. That was looking like a great pick. I mean, I know you had number 1, so it's a little iffy the first week picking somebody up like that, but he's definitely worth it now. He's actually looking better than A.J. Green, who's putting up teens, which isn't what you're expecting, but he'll come around too. He's A.J. Green. Everybody knows that. And then Travis and Jamie. Jamie, he just had a good week. Nothing really ecstatic about it. I looked at it. There's nothing really I could say. But, either way, my brothers had a huge week. Double-digit points from every single person in his lineup, even his kicker and defensive player. And Jimmy Graham going off once again with Peyton, just carrying the team. And actually, it's kind of interesting at first because Jay Cutler sucked the first 3 quarters. I believe he had 0 going into the 4th quarter. And at one point, Ben Roethlisberger had 20s. And I know for a fact you changed that at the last second, which almost looked like a stupid decision, but ended up paying off. Well, not really, I guess, because Jay Cutler finished with more points, but only 1 more point than Ben Roethlisberger. But thank God for garbage time points. I gotta love those. But good effort, Travis. See what happens next week. And then Shawnee! I called it! Yes! You finally won, kid! So happy for you. It was against Andy, but whatever. A win is a win, right? Love it. So, I mean, you had a very good effort from AP. Shows why he's the number 1 running back, and he is in the point ranking right now, number 1. So it was a good pick. Number 3, I mean, maybe Peyton would have been better at 3, but can't project those. So very, very good, Shawnee. And then tight ends just both going off. I mean, you should have assumed your tight end is one of the OP spots. I mean, quarterback still did good with Andrew Luck with 22 and Brady with 27, but still, I mean, you had 35 from Antonio Gates, and Tony Gonzalez did better on your bench with 39. I mean, dude just went off. I know you're about to trade him before the day, but I knew I wasn't going to get him after he had that second touchdown. I mean, it was ridiculous. I wasn't surprised when he sent me Sproles, but I can't do it, kid. I'm sorry. And now, predictions, okay? Now, I'm actually projected to win this week finally, and I'm projected to win by a lot, 160 to 130 over Andy. So we'll see what happens there. And then I'm projecting Mikey over Sear. I'm sorry, buddy, but until you show me something, I can't really project almost anybody over unless you have the matchups pretty good. But Mikey just lost his first one last week. It was a pretty heartbreaker, I'm sure. So he's looking at coming out swinging. So I'd be ready, kid. And then I got Jamie over Nico. I mean, surprisingly, I know Nico's team seems better than Jamie's, but the matchup this week, I just like Jamie over Nico. I'm sorry. I mean, it just looks too good. I mean, besides Reggie Wayne playing the Seahawks, everything else just looks like point central for Jamie. So I'm sorry, Nico, but who knows? You know, maybe Jordan Cameron will just carry your team again. And then I got Travis over Deffley. I mean, Travis has had too good a week, and he's on a hot streak right now. I just can't pick against him right now. And you know, I kind of did, surprisingly, because it's my brother and Deffley. I almost did pick Deffley, but I just can't. But sorry, Deffley. I mean, every time I pick you, it's something you do the opposite, so it's whatever. It's not even worth discussing your picks anymore. But anyways, Sean, you're going to go for your second win. Sean has tasted victory and loves it. Oh, my God. It's almost as tasty as that alligator you sent me the other day. He actually did look pretty tasty. I just want to chop off his tail, bring him down to Troy, and just shoot him up. Shoot him up, boy. Just chop him up. Eat them, Gator burgers, and then bring that shit to the Big E. Awesome. So, but it's the end of the month. We're going into October. I know, I mean, I don't know how everybody else feels, but I hate October. I mean, just too much pink on the field. I know it's for a great cause and everything, and I really support it, but just too much pink on the field in October. I almost can't wait till October's over just so they go back to the regular uniforms. But you got the wristbands, the armbands, just towels, just too much pink, okay? Just pick one thing and stick with it, okay? But anyways, we're doing a new thing. It's called Plays of the Month, okay? We're doing the top 3 plays of the month that single-handedly won that person that week's matchup. So, number 3 comes from week 1. It's probably the only time he did good, with Colin Kaepernick with 40. I mean, that was a very good matchup between Sean and Nico. I think it was a total of 9-point difference. But it was a great matchup, but Colin Kaepernick definitely single-handedly won that for Nico. So that is number 3 on this month's top moments for fantasy. Number 2 comes against Nico next week. I mean, Nico almost had this game, but if it wasn't for Jimmy Graham on my brother's team putting up 39 with 10 catches for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns, 2 of which were career highs in 10 receptions and yards, and just single-handedly won him the game pretty much. And a good comeback, by the way. Can't forget that. And number 1, I'm sorry you guys might think this is biased, but how could you go against it, is in week 1 with Peyton Manning put up 67. I mean, that's got to be number 1. I'm sorry. It would be number 1 if he was on any other person's team. I mean, still. But so that is our top 3 plays. We'll be seeing those at the end of next month in our first week in November episode. Okay, so I hope everybody good luck this week, and I'll see you next week. All right, peace.